Life has a set of understood rules. When a guy likes a girl, he charms and courts her. They spend countless hours on the phone, sharing dreams and aspirations of the future. The guy then closes the deal and asks the prospective girlfriend out for dinner and a movie. And the girl, hopefully, if she likes the guy, will oblige. The guy then closes the deal and asks her out for dinner and a movie. And the girl, hopefully, will agree. Over dinner, which back in the early 90s would cost around $25, $30 per couple, a guy and a girl chat about life. Then they proceed to the theater, where they spend ultimately about $10 per ticket to enjoy a movie. You add the snacks into the factor, you're looking at about $30 or $40 per date. However, now with the growing cost of living, as well as the rise in demand of a global economy, things are beginning to slowly shift. So the things that we were seeing in the 90s are beginning to double and triple in cost. Now, however, shit's been shaken up. All of this and more will be discussed today. I'm John C. Baldwin, and this is The Insider Now. Thank you for joining today's show. So, as we were discussing before, moviegoers aren't going to the theater anymore. And for the first time since the 1920s, movie ticket sales are down. Today, we will examine what has happened in the industry and what has the film industry in panic. We will speak with both insider industries. We're going to talk to a studio executive as well as a consumer about what this means for both of the parties involved. With cable cutters changing the way they're watching television and what they're watching, it has studio executives wondering what's next. Now, ultimately, television was once considered the bastard stepchild of the distribution window. But the film industry, which was once a multi-billion-dollar industry, is now in the second quarter of significant losses. The Big Six were at a 3.5% fall. Last year, movie ticket sales were at 4.49 billion, and not bad. So I took to the streets to interview a consumer. I was able to speak to Xiaoyi Fu, a young consumer who was a very big moviegoer. So Xiaoyi, thank you for being with us today. Can you tell me some of your favorite movies?
Well, too many to name. I can tell that I love comedies, especially romantic comedies.
Okay, so what's happening in the industry for you?
Television is offering me more selection, and the high cost of attending the movies and buying popcorn leaves me to other option. I stay home.
Absolutely. Thank you. Now, I also spoke with Kelly Myers, who is a executive in a major film industry. So, Kelly, what's going on in the industry?
Consumer behaviors are changing. We are coming off a recession that hit millions of Americans, and during that time, plenty of people were losing their jobs and could not afford the luxury of going to a theater. 20 years ago, you could see a movie for $10. Now, it's practically doubled.
But don't you think people are also tired of seeing the same Superman franchises?
Well, the comic franchise is still very lucrative. However, I will admit that television is a medium that has created stellar characters and rather diverse ones.
Kelly, it's been great speaking with you, okay? Haven't had this much fun. It reminds us of our new house days.
Oh, John, it was great seeing you too.
And try not to make too much money making these great cinema and television shows.
Oh, John.
So after speaking with Kelly, I began reflecting on what the movie industry could do to up its game and compete in a global economy. First, there needs to be more original content. In the early 90s and 80s, and for as long as I can remember, movies were creating original ideas. Big. I think of E.T. What happened to that industry where we weren't just seeing so many sequels and prequels of the same thing? There's the reason television is booming is because of the ability to create original content. Go to the library, find books, get the intellectual property for all of those things. Secondly, we need to hear the voice of what our consumers are saying. Our consumers are saying we want more, we want it now, and we want it better. If we adhere to the rules of the customer is always right, and in this case the consumer, then we wouldn't be in this industry or this predicament of the industry. And last, we need to also think about the what's at stake here. The movie theater is not upping its game as well. This is a call to action on their part. When I go home back in Southwest Georgia, went to the theater, and it's the same theater that I've been going to since I was 8 or 9 years old. Absolutely nothing has changed. The products are changing, but the seats look the same. The sound quality is the same. This is a call to action that the theater needs to up its game as well. We can go on, but unfortunately, I don't have the time or the money or the advertising dollars. So we're going to wrap it up. I want to thank my friend Kelly Myers. Again, Kelly, great seeing you, as well as the consumer, Xiaohui Fu. And this is John Baldwin, and it's been Insider Now. Have a great day.